welcome back. I just thought I'd show you this today. Picked up one of these very cheap, super cheap Chinese little LED floodlight bulbs. Now I've got 3 floodlights that are in the garden that stay on sort of all the time on a PII sensor, so when a dog goes out there they all go off. So I've got about nearly 500 watts of floodlight power. So I thought I'd look for something a little bit cheaper maybe to run, and these things have come down to almost the same price as what you'd expect to pay for a normal halogen light. So we picked this up, and you know what, I'll leave a link to it in the description. I think it was less than £3 UK, so what's that, probably sort of $4.50, something like that. And do you know what, first inspection, I know the camera's probably struggling a little bit here, but it actually looks quite good. Seems to be quite nicely made. It's all plastic, of course. So what we're going to do, we're going to just run that out into the garden, and I'll fit it into the lamp and make sure it works and doesn't explode, because these things are notorious. Well, they've got a bad reputation for blowing and things, especially because they're so cheap. But yeah, we'll give it a go. This one is rated at 8 watts, and then we'll see what it looks like, and then I'll revisit this video at night time, and we'll see how much power it's got. I'm not expecting it to have as much power as you would a 100 watt normal floodlight bulb, but as long as it's bright enough to actually see what's going on out there, we'll be happy with that. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So here we go. So yeah, I've got 3 of these spotlights. Got 2 just there on the corner of the shed, and then we've got one just down here on the summer house. Now we fitted these actually because the dog, the big brave dog that she was when she was a puppy, she wouldn't come outside if it was dark. She was afraid of the dark, so we ended up fitting these spotlights. I mean, you know, but as I say, they are quite expensive to run, really. You think that runs 150 watts, and we get a lot of cats come into the garden at night, so this thing's on and off most of the night, so it all adds up. As you can see in there, that bulb is unfortunately blown, so we're going to replace that and put in that LED. You've got to be aware that there are 2 different sizes. I think this is 78mm, and there's one that's 102, something like that. You'll probably know, but got to make sure you get the right size. Anyway, let's change it over, and I can carry the video on for Fred in the Shed 1, the proper video. This is just mucking about. So there we go, that's the new little LED bulb there, all sort of fitted in. So I just now have to convince the light that it's night time, and we'll get that to switch on. Hopefully it's not going to be as bright, but hopefully it'll be bright enough, and then I'll come back and do a little test when it's dark, and we'll see exactly how bright it is. Well, there we go. Excuse my crude method of creating night time, but I'll tell you what, that is pretty bright actually. See, the camera's going to auto adjust the brightness down, but if I move away, that looks pretty bright. That's a very white light, obviously no heat generated, but I'll come back tonight and have a look. But do you know what, I'm quite suitably impressed. I think if this proves reliable, I'll be getting some more of these. But yeah, first test, daylight. That is quite bright. That is actually quite painful to look into that. So yeah, we'll have a look. I say we'll give it a better test. And oh, there you go. Switched itself off. That's the timer going off. But yeah, so far so good. Final look at this halogen bulb that I removed. I don't know how much you can see, but look, it's absolutely burnt to smithereens. It's had the arse burnt out of it. All of the ceramic part is coming off, and the element there is almost burnt through the glass. So yeah, this was certainly on its way out in a big way. Right, so here we are. It's almost dark. It's getting dark. It looks a lot darker actually than it does on the camera. This camera will compensate for the lack of light. So we're going to approach the new LED spotlight. As you can see there, the 2 halogen ones have kicked in, but that's actually 150 each, so that's putting out roughly 300 watts
of power. So this one's only 8 watts, remember. So this is just an 8 watt LED, and as we approach, there we go, let's pick me up, let's come on. And yeah, that's lit up that quite nice actually. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's as powerful as a 150 watt. But I'll tell you what, for 8 watts, that's not bad. And it's bright, you know, I'm actually squinting, looking into that light. And as you can see, it's blooming on the camera lens there. That is actually pretty darn bright, to be honest. And it's certainly overloading the camera sensor there. So I'll just back off a little bit. And lighting up that part of the garden. And yeah, do you know what? I think as long as it doesn't blow, and it lasts a fair while, I think for less than, what was it, less than £3 delivered, I think job's a good one. So yeah, pretty impressed with that, to be honest. So yeah, I'll leave a link for that bulb down below if you fancy one yourself. And pretty good. So okay, cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you all on the next one.